clue if it works, then you will absolutely be disheartened by the results that you get, because you're not going to know if what you're doing actually works or not. If you use a proven script that other agents say, I've used this script for years, it works like a charm, then you have a baseline and you can say, okay, I'm making all these calls, but I'm not getting appointments, or I'm not getting nurtures, or whatever the case is. Then you have something you can look at. Am I doing my script properly? That's number one. Am I making enough calls? That's number two. Am I asking the right questions when they get on the phone? That's number three. So you'll know that if you have a proven script. But if every time someone answers the phone, you're saying something slightly different or kind of making up your own thing, then there's no proof if that's going to work or not. And it may, every once in a while, you may hit one out of the park, but that'll be the exception, not the rule. So I can tell you, I've had real estate coaches in the past, and they're like, you say nothing but the script the way that it's written. That's it, until you know it and you can say it in your sleep and you can respond with the objection handlers. Once you've got that figured out, and it may take you, a month or two to get there. Once you've got it really, really good, then you can kind of tweak it to make it sound more like you. But you'll notice there will be very few tweaks, simply because this is now the way you talk.
Okay.
Right.
I like the way you said it. It could be an exception, not the rule.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice
That's what I mean. If you're making stuff up, you may just press the right button, maybe with a potential seller or an expired. You may do that. But if you're not using a formula, you'll never know if your results are as a result of the formula, or are they a result of something else. You'll never know, because you're not doing anything consistently. And that's what a script allows you to do, is to be consistent.
Yep. Love that. So that's all we're going to do. Read the script. Do you want to get on and call expires this morning, Emmanuel?
Yep, I could.
Let's do it. They'll answer a little bit more in the morning. I'm going to do some just listed. Matt, are you still doing follow-up?
That's so funny. I did follow-up yesterday. I'm on expireds this morning. I thought you guys would be on expireds, but I am on expireds this morning. I got follow-up this afternoon.
I love it. Okay. Well, I have a full day of calling. I have really nothing else to do. So besides set up
that new rental property I just got, I mean, like literally 2 days after my tenant moved in, they started text messaging me all this stuff that needed to be fixed. I was like, damn it, I thought I'd gotten everything. And Emmanuel, I could use your help, because these folks, I didn't realize this, they don't speak a lick of English, not even a little bit. And I don't speak a lick of Spanish. Not even.
Emmanuel, do you want to help them out later this afternoon?
Yeah, I could make a call. It wouldn't hurt.
Cool. If you want to do it this afternoon, Matt.
Yeah, whatever time is more convenience for whoever's in the property at that time.
Matt, you just let us know when you need Emmanuel.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome, because I have to go out and bring him some stuff today, and the wife is his. Hi, ma'am. May I speak to the owner of 4103 South Weber Drive? I apologize. Do you happen to know who the owner of that property is, or a better number I can reach them by? All right. Thank you, ma'am.
If there wasn't time constraints with expireds, I would call Geo leads first thing in the morning. And the reason why is it just gets your blood flowing. Like doing just listed, just sold calls gets you in the pattern of talking. I don't know if you feel that way.
Say it again.
So I said if expireds didn't have a time constraint on them, meaning there's lots of people calling them behind you,
Yeah.
so you need to get to them first thing, I would be doing just listed, just sold calls first thing in the morning, just to get those juices flowing.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. If I could get away from expireds, I'd do it. But
Yeah,
expireds are really good right now business. So
they're now business. You're exactly right.
yep.
Man, I was doing, you know what Peloton is, Matt? Or
I
Manuel?
do, yeah.
Manuel, do you know what Peloton is?
I don't.
It's like a running, biking app. And I heard the greatest quote from what I was doing the running. And Matt, if you ever want to get in shape, $12 a month for the Peloton app. And they
Really?
have like a
Now,
coach
do
for
you
running
have
and
the bike or
biking.
do you have the bike or the treadmill or anything, or just the app?
Just the app, but if you go to the gym, it's all there. It's connected. But I've started to enjoy running. It's the weirdest thing. I hate running with a fiery passion.
Really? Yeah, I'd rather have my foot nailed to the floor than go running, but
Same. But I'm starting to really enjoy. One thing I've noticed, it's like prospecting. You really hate it, and then once you start doing it and start getting like a little bit better at it, you're like, oh, this is actually
it's not
kind
so
of
bad.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
But the quote that I heard that I love that is now going to be an affirmation is she's like, are you ready? She's like, I don't care if you're ready. Ready is a decision, not a feeling.
Ooh, I like that.
Love it.
Can you repeat that one more time? I can't.
Ready is a decision, not a feeling.
Oh, okay. It's a nice one.
I do. I like that.
I was just like, man, truth bombs on Peloton.
She probably didn't even know. She probably didn't even know she rocked your world by saying that.
I know, she definitely didn't. I was like, that is impactful. Matt, do you want to do a?
Hello, sir. My name is Matt. I'm with hello, sir. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty. I'm calling because my records indicate that your property here on Wagon Wheel was for sale just recently, but it left the market unsold. Is that correct? Well, that was rude. What'd you say, bud?
So I'm doing a challenge. I'm going to send you a Facebook video or a YouTube video a little later. But he goes over the 11 skills every salesperson needs. And it's really good. It's like a 12-minute video. But my goal is, and what I want to do is take all 11 of those, get 3 books and read them throughout the month and just practice that skill for a month and then move on to the next skill throughout 2023. You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it for sure. So wait. So let me understand. There's 11 skills, 11 or 12?
11.
Okay, so 11 skills every salesperson needs.
Yep, here, let me send you.
So what's the point of the 3
Hi, good
books?
morning. I'm looking for the property owners of 579 East Rondell Way. Way off. All right.
Perfect. Good job. Tonality sounded great. So the point of the 3 books is I want to find a book on each of those topics to try and master those skills.
Okay. One of the 11 is not karate, is it?
Not karate. No.
Oh, okay.
The first skill is introduction. Mastering the skill of introduction.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, specifically on the phone, right? The first 20 seconds is the key. You get that
Huge.
right. You get that right. You can keep them on the phone most of the time.
Yep. Hi, this is Kent with Summit Realty. Was calling with some exciting neighborhood news. We just listed Claudia Laycock's home over on 300 West, 220 South in Orem. Was calling to see if you might know of anybody looking to move into the neighborhood. If you do, or if you yourself have thought about selling or would like a free market analysis on your property, please give me a call back at 801-592-3135. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.
Can you do a pre-recorded voicemail drop with RedX?
Uh-huh. So as it's going through, if you get a voicemail, you can just hit drop voicemail.
Yeah.
And it just drops it. You don't even have to listen to the whole thing.
That seems pretty cool. Like if you're going to do just listed in a neighborhood, create your voicemail before you start calling into that neighborhood, and then just drop it at every one. Bop,
For
bop,
sure.
bop, bop. Now, do you ever call the DNC or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially on just listed. I don't mind. And neither does my broker. So the reason why I do it, I'm not really soliciting anything to them. Making them aware.
That's true.
That's it. I'm not selling them anything. So if they were to come back and say, hey, you called me, I'd be like, yeah, I was just making you aware of the sell. I'm not soliciting you for anything. So, but the reason why I do that, most importantly with the just listed, is because we tell our clients that we're going to call around for them.
Yeah.
And so when we do that, they'll say, oh, I get this all the time. Oh yeah, a few of my neighbors came out and said that you talked to them or you left them a voicemail.
They're like, sweet.
So perception is reality, right? So their
Yeah.
perception is he's doing exactly what he said he's going to do to get my home sold. So it increases that trust factor.
Yeah. But also, I think it does a few things. It increases your trust factor. It lets her know that you're going to work hard for her, and it also, or them. But it also, in my mind, given the market that we're in, it allows them to trust you more for price reductions.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Right. So listen, I told you we're going to do everything that we can to sell it. It's been 2 weeks. We do not have an offer. It is time for that price reduction we talked about.
Yep. Hey, you're exactly right. I'm going to go get the piece of paper I printed for property.
Hi, sir. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty. I was calling about your property on East Magnolia Dale. I see that it was recently for sale, but it left the market unsold. Is that right? Okay, sir. Well, when you had that property for sale originally, what had you wanting to sell it to begin with? Well, okay. Hi, sir. Good morning. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty. I was calling about your property on Amato Street. I see that it was for sale but left the market unsold. Is that correct? I apologize. You're not the owner of 721 Amato Street?
Hey, Brendan, this is Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you today? I'm doing great, thanks. I was just giving you a call with a bit of neighborhood news. I don't know if you know Claudia Laycock or not over on 300 West. She's one of your neighbors. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll give you a call then. Thanks, Brendan. Bye. Okay, 9:45. Hello, good morning. I was looking to speak with a homeowner on 214 South, 260 West. Would that be you by chance? It's not you. Did you ever live there? You did. Okay. Well, I was. Oh, you did. Okay. Sometimes I get the same number. Well, we have a home for sale. Claudia Laycock. I don't know if you know her. She's lived there for quite a while. You do. So we just listed her home for sale, and for 490,000. So still of a deal, and was just seeing if you know of anybody that may have interest in moving into the neighborhood. Okay, yeah, that would be really helpful. Well, this call was a little bit out of the blue, so yeah. Well, I would love to send you the message. What's a is this 882-5164 the best number to send a text to? Perfect. I'm gonna send you just the link for the home, and then if you run into anybody that might have interest, please send them our way. Oh yeah, the market went up about 27% last year, so it shot through.
Hello.
What
Hey, good morning. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty. I was calling because my records indicate that your property
Oh, no
was
kidding.
recently for sale, but's left the market unsold. Is that right?
Oh, do you? True. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's really gone down. Interest rates have gone up. So the interest in buying has gone down, certainly. But it's still a great time to sell and buy. And the reason why is, let's say you bought last year, you're competing against 20 other people when the price is just going up and up and up. A lot of people overpaid for homes last year. Right now, though, you can get it for fair market value and be one of 2 offers, really. But she has it for sale at $490, but she's offering $14,000 by her closing costs to buy down your rate. If you
Hold on,
want.
let me hang up on this next one.
So if you know of anybody, it's a really great neighborhood, as you know, but a great price as well. Well, let's move you back in. You can buy Claudia's home. I'm just teasing. What was your name, ma'am? Crystal. Beautiful name. Oh, you are. Okay. Have you already made the move, or you're making the move? I love it. You already found the house then? That's great. Well, congratulations. Do you need to sell your home here? Okay, darn it. That's all right. Well, I'm happy for you. Brigham City is beautiful. I'll send over that information now. If we can ever be of service, let us know. We'd love to help you out. Okay, Crystal, thank you so much. I'm going to send you my business card, and then I'm also going to send you our Claudia's listing information. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Crystal. Talk soon. Bye. Do you know what I heard today from my role play partner that I loved? Oh, Matt's on the phone. Emmanuel, are you a calling man?
Yeah, I was just hearing your call at the moment. It was a good one, I guess. That was circle prospecting as well.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, Aaron, it's Ken over at Summit Realty. I missed a call from you. Oh, you did? Well, I was calling because we're selling a home on 300 West in Orem. Do you live there by chance? Or over by it? Okay. So that's why I was calling you, because we're selling Claudia Laycock's home. It is your neighbor. Okay. Well, we were just letting you know that it is for sale, and to see if you might know of anybody that's looking to move into the neighborhood. She's listed at $490, but is offering $14,000.
Hi, I'm looking for Gladys. Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I'm with Summit Realty.
Oh, you do? Do you have an agent that would help you out with that?
That's right. Well, I'm pretty sure you figured it out. Your home came on our computer as an expired listing, and we were just calling to see if she's available at the moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I can keep you up to date
Okay.
throughout the
Yeah,
process.
we're
Once
reaching
it
out
goes
on the
under
property
contract,
on
we can't really disclose what it's
3064
under
West
contract for.
Una Rach
But once
Court.
it sells, we can let you know
Are you
how
familiar?
it is and see if it makes sense at that point. Really,
Yeah.
what's
Now,
going to
are
be
you the
dependent on
owner
is
of the property?
if interest rates go up, then
It's
Claudia's sell
Gladys. Okay.
will be
All
comparable, but
right.
your
Well,
house
let
will
me go ahead
probably
and reach out.
down. But if
Will we
interest
have a
rates go
good
down,
number so we can reach her
your
by any
house
chance?
price will climb. But we can stay in touch certainly throughout that process.
Not a problem. I'm a local real estate agent in the neighborhood, and we seen that the property was up for listing, but it didn't get
To
sold.
see if it makes
And we have the
really to
right
see if it makes sense for you guys.
agent.
Are you
We were
upgrading
wondering
it
what's
with
the
soon
good time
then?
to interview so we could get that job in selling your home.
Okay.
But you guys rented it out.
Okay. That makes
Okay.
complete sense. Is your home as updated as hers?
Well, appreciate that.
Similar size? Is it? Okay. 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 Perfect. Carpets. Well, what I'll do, I'm sure I can find your address based on your phone number in my system, but if you want to give that to me, I can email you over a comparable market analysis this afternoon so you can at least have a starting point. And then, of course, once Claudia sells, you'll have a better idea. Perfect. Yeah, I'll shoot over that a CMA to you is what we call it, a market analysis, and then give you a call back tomorrow just to go over that. But the nice thing is let's say we're selling Claudia's home, we get a buyer through, they say, this doesn't quite work out for us. And we know that you're looking to sell, we can push them your way. Oh, does it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and that's funny because I've never talked to a homeowner whose house isn't the best house in the neighborhood. It's just funny that way, but we're all like that. Even I'm like that, and I know I don't have the best house in the neighborhood. But hey, that's all right. And you said your name was Aaron, right? What's a good email for you, Aaron? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'll shoot that over this afternoon. They're a little hard to read.
I am looking
if
for
you've
Manuel.
never seen them before, so I'll call you back tomorrow and just kind of go over pricing.
Don't mean to bother.
And see if that makes sense. Because if you really are interested in selling and you have a different floor plan, it might make sense to even come and see it, just to say, oh yeah, we have buyers, because we've already had several buyers go through, but it didn't work out for them for whatever reason. So we can always push them to you. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Well, and if it just doesn't work out for you, people are pretty patient right now. They don't have to move necessarily, but yeah, especially with the market being the way it is. So a lot of times you could just say, yeah, let's make an agreement, a verbal agreement, and do something when we're ready in February or March, or whenever you're ready.
Good morning, ma'am.
Where are you folks
I
looking
was
to move?
looking
Are
for
you
the
looking to
owner
stay
of
in Orem?
8531 Violet Hills Lane. Is that your property here in Rosharon? Okay, I've called the wrong number then. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Well, I'm going to send you multiple listing service link to Claudia's home. That way you can see the layout as well. Just scrolling through the pictures. Awesome. Aaron, great chatting with you, my friend. Have a good one. Bye. Hey, we're doing good. Doing good this morning.
What do y'all got? Hello? Yes, good morning. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty, and I'm calling about the property at 134 Fairway View Lane. I see that property was. Is that not your property? I apologize then. Thank you for your time.
Mary's going to jump on.
Hi, may I speak to the owner of 700 Glen Haven Drive, please? Hi, ma'am. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty Services, and I'm calling because I see that property was recently for sale, but it left the market as unsold. Is that correct? Oh, has it? Okay. And you guys, did y'all just relist it just recently? Because I'm looking right now on the MLS and I don't see it listed active for sale. Got it. I see. Did y'all take it off just for the Christmas holidays? Got it. Okay. All right, man. I see. Okay. All right, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you the very best of luck in getting it sold. Bye. Hi, sir. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty Services, and I'm calling about your property here on Fairway View Lane. I see that it was recently for sale, but it's left the market as unsold. And you just hung up on me? That is
How
very
dare
rude.
you? No respect.
Who was it that always said that?
What's that? No respect.
Yeah, the old comedian. What was his name? Rodney Dangerfield.
That's past my time, but I know it.
Yeah.
The only reason why I actually know that is because of Michael Scott off of The Office.
That's such a good show.
There are two types of people in this world. Well, really three. And you can be forgiven for one of them. If you've never watched The Office, you can be forgiven for that. But there are those people that watch The Office and like it. Those are people you want to hang around.
Right.
And there's those people that have watched The Office and said that's the stupidest show ever. And
my name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty Services, and I was calling about your property on Anna Creek Drive. I see that
It's an old show, right? It's no longer active, or is it still
but it
active?
left the market unsold. Is that correct?
The Office.
What's that?
Is the show still active?
Oh, I see. So you've rented those out then?
I don't know what it's on now.
Oh, okay. All right. And have you given any consideration to maybe once your lease is over in the next year or so, or y'all thinking about selling them again, or do you prefer to keep a renter in them? Sure. Okay. And did you guys does your current tenant have a 1-year lease on it or a longer lease? Got it. Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this. Would it be okay if I stayed in contact with you and maybe in the future, if there's any way that we could be of help or service to you in getting that property sold in the future, could be a year from now, 2 years from now, we'd certainly be able to help you do that. Would that be all right? Okay, great. And what's a good email for you?
Hi, I'm looking for James.
Okay. Okay. SSNAIDU@gmail. Is that correct? Okay. Wonderful. And I didn't get your first name, ma'am. My name is Matt. Okay. SHIVA. Okay. Well, Shiva, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I appreciate your time. And if you don't mind, I'm going to text you my contact information as soon as we're done with this call. If you have any real estate related questions in the future, please feel free to give me a call. I'd be more than happy to help you and be a real estate resource for you. Okay. All right. Thank you, Shiva. Appreciate your time.
Emmanuel, remember what our 3 things are? Our goals for every day, our wins. 1 appointment, 3 people added to the database.
Okay.
Hi, Sandy. This is Kent with Summit Realty. How are you today? Good. Sorry, this call's a little out of the blue, but I was calling because we just listed Claudia Laycock's home over on 300 West, 220 South. So we have it listed at $490, and she just agreed to do a $14,000 buy down towards closing costs. And just curious to see if you might know of anybody that's looking to move into the area. Don't at this point. Okay. Well, I appreciate you thinking about it. What about you folks? Any plans on selling in the near future?
Hi, I'm looking for Els.
Love it. Hey, I love it. Raise, have you guys been there a while then? Oh. So just a minute, just a little bit. You're the original settlers of No kidding. I love it. Well, with that thought in mind, are there any neighbors we can get rid of for you to make your life just a little bit better? I know she's not.
Hi, Larry. Good morning. I'm looking for the property.
That's amazing. Well, I really do appreciate it. We're hoping to find you a good one to keep that trend moving, and so hopefully, which is why we're calling the neighbors, because typically they know somebody. But do you mind if I just send you Claudia's link to the multiple listing service if you do run into anybody that might be thinking about it? Okay, perfect. I'm going to send that over. 6223 number is the best one for you to text.
Hi, good morning.
Okay.
I'm looking for
Wonderful.
the owners.
I'll send over my
of
business card.
4719 West
That way you can
Alvaro
put
Way.
a face to a voice. It's not a very pretty face, but I don't have a very pretty voice either. So, okay, Sandy. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye. If someone's lived somewhere for 47 years, is that worth I don't think they're going to
47
move.
years in
He
one
said, I'm not
place.
moving anytime soon.
The one and only place.
Yeah, that's quite a while.
Longer than me. I'm 35.
Yeah,
A whole
what in
lifetime.
one house? Oh, older than you. You're 35.
Yeah, I'm 35. Yeah, spending all that time in just in one house, as you mentioned, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, I'm 31, so long
31,
time.
man.
I know I
Yeah.
look old. Don't judge me.
I don't.
Could be worse. I could be redheaded and bald.
Are
Matt's
you
not this.
redhead? I
No,
can't.
no, I was making fun of that.
That's that way you cut your hair.
Okay, I'm going to be back in like 2 minutes. I'm just going to go get a drink of water. Top off.
Hi, I'm looking for Jose. I'm looking for Jose. I'm sorry. I was just looking for the owners of 903 South Montgomery Street. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, I appreciate that. It was just listed up for sale and it recently left the market unsold, and which is looking for the owners. You have a good one. Hi, I'm looking for Jason.
I'm muted. Sorry. Hello, Louise? Hello, Louise? Louise, this is Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you today?
I am looking for Jason. I'm sorry, I was just looking for the owners of 6327 today.
No habla inglés, Emmanuel. No habla inglés.
Hi. If you have a list, Kent, of people that speak only Spanish, I'll go ahead and give them a call if we could get a
Yeah,
list together.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should practice. We should practice Spanish for like half an hour a day. I could pick it up pretty quick.
We'll do it like the 10 steps, or what, 11 steps introduction. And then
Yeah,
as they
yeah.
go,
So I
hola,
think I
buenos
could pick it
dias.
up. I think I could pick it up pretty quick because I speak Portuguese fluently.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. What I
Quite
wouldn't know
similar.
how to do is have a conversation about houses. I just sent you the 11 steps as well. It's great.
Okay.
Hello, Matt. Hello, I was looking to speak with Matt. Matt is back. We missed your sweet, sweet voice, Matt.
Sorry, I was the lender. I'm refinancing my that rental property, and a friend of mine is the one who gave me the loan. It was kind of a sweetheart deal. So when he called me and wanted to talk about the loan, I was like, I need to take that call.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you did.
Because I'm refinancing out of his loan. Into another. So
Mary
hi,
Robinson.
sir. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty Services. And I was calling about your property on White Rock Road. I see that you guys had it listed for sale, but it left the market unsold. Is that correct? No, you didn't have it for sale? Okay. I show that it was 170 days on the market. Is that your property, 10825 White Rock Road? Oh my gosh, no wonder it expired. Okay. You ever seen someone who's crazy?
Yeah, every
So
day in the mirror.
this property they had for sale at 295. Then the market changed, and then they put it on the market for 700,000. So they, you should have just put $1 billion. Let's just put $1 billion up there.
Might as well.
Yeah, because I really want to retire. 700,000 won't do it, but $1 billion would.
Does the description say found oil on my property?
It doesn't. Yes. It says right here, seller is on crack. Please call agent for inquiries. Oh. Oh, and it's like ramshackle, dude. It is like 1982. Oh my gosh, this dude's nuts. I've never called
Hey,
him.
Matt. Mary Rama is a broker out of California.
Uh-huh.
Her and her team are watching. And I told them to give us objections so we can work on it throughout the call.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely. Well, hey guys.
so first objection is also all of Mary's office in California. We know Californians are moving to Texas in the hordes.
There you go. That's a fact. Moving to Houston specifically, and I'm a Houston agent. So if you have any Californians coming to Houston, Mary, you let me know.
Yes. Best Houston agent, nonetheless. So I want to sell it on my own. I've sold properties before.
That's a good one. I want to sell it on my own. Well, I would say, are they an expired property? I'm assuming they are if you're calling.
For sale by owner.
For sale by owner. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can understand that. I guess this is what I would, if someone said that to me right now on the phone, I would say, I can understand wanting to sell it by yourself, but I can give you a laundry list of reasons why you might want to use an agent. Here's the key that I just want you to have before I let you go, because I know you're busy. If I can prove to you that I can sell your home for more money, and I mean thousands of dollars more than you could get any other way, that's with or without a realtor. If you knew that to be true, would you at least want to hear how I could do that for you? And if the answer is of course, or of course I would, or yes, then wonderful. Let me tell you the steps that you need to take, or that we're going to take, that'll get you thousands of dollars more than you can get any other way. Step number one, you and I need to meet. I like to meet with people in the afternoons or the evening. Do you work 9 to 5? If so, we need to meet in the evening. That's how I would handle that, because I want to sell it on my own. Great. A lot of people want to do that. So that's what I would say.
Yep. Similar. When they say I want to sell it on my own, I've sold properties before. I said, Matt, what's most important to you? I completely get it. I agree with you. You could probably sell it on your own. And if selling it on your own is most important to you, that's definitely the route you want to take. But is selling it on your own most important, or netting the most amount of money?
I like that.
Well, netting the most amount of money. That's exactly why we need to get together. If I can show you a proven plan to net you more money, would you want that extra money at closing? Well, yeah. Great. I would 9 or, and then give them a time.
Yeah.
2 time slots.
I like it, man. I like it.
What else you got for us, Mary? That was too easy.
Bring it on, Mary. Bring it on.
We could still call too. We could just do this in between.
Hello, I'm looking for Lisa.
Hello.
Yeah, we're looking for the owners of property 5th. Nope.
Okay, remember, Emmanuel. We're just trying to. How far can we get down the script?
Yes.
How far can you get down the script? Here's a new one. It's an expired. I'm going to list with the same agent.
What's the objection?
It's an expired, and I'm going to list with the same agent.
One I would say quick, fast, and in a hurry is, oh, really? Oops, sorry. Someone answered the phone right as I was about to say it.
Yep. Oh, you're good. I'm calling.
I would say, oh, really? Okay. Let me ask you this. What is that agent going to do differently this time that they didn't do last time? Pretty standard response, I would say.
Okay.
And the reason for it is if they've had, I mean, granted, if the house had been on the market for 5 days and they needed to repaint, so they took it off, repainted and put it back on 5 days later, that's one thing. But if you've been on the market for 60, 70 days and the property expires and you're going to go back with the same agent, that's a truly legitimate question. What is your agent going to do differently this time that they didn't do last time? Because the reason for that question, quite simply, is whatever he's going to do different, he shortchanged you the first time. And most likely that agent did everything they could or everything they knew the first time.
I like that. They shortchanged you. I like that a lot.
Well, they did. If they tell you, oh, hey, don't worry, Barbara, I'm going to do this time. If I was Barbara, I'd be like, well, why the heck didn't you do that the first time? If you're convinced that's going to sell my house, why didn't you do that the first time? That means this particular agent has shortchanged Barbara for no other reason than they were lazy. Do you want a lazy agent?
Stone cold killer, Matt.
Kill him.
Stone cold killer. I reply similar. Okay, I always say I appreciate loyalty. I really do. Was that plan A to go back to the same agent or plan B? Well, it's plan B is usually what they'll say. Why do you think plan A didn't work last time?
I like it.
Then they give you all their reasons. So it's similar, just worded.
Well, I like that because it puts it right back in their lap and it makes them, because a lot of times people just want to take the easy way out, right? Easy way out. The guy's a realtor. There's a ton of realtors, but he's a realtor. We're a commodity. I'll just use the same guy again. But that makes them stop and think like, yeah, why am I going with plan B? Plan A didn't work.
Yeah, you're right. And when they say, well, this reason, you could go right back to it. Well, why didn't they do that last time to get your
right? Well, it's a good question because it makes them sell themselves on get rid of their old agent.
Yeah.
Right. Well, now that I think of it, he didn't really do much of anything. And you're going to use him again, huh? You know what Einstein said about insanity?
Yep. I want to wait until after the holidays. Man, isn't that the top objection we're getting right now? At least me. Here, let's make a comment.
Hi, man. My name is Matt. I'm with Red Oak Realty, and I'm calling about your property on Terry Lane here in Magnolia. I see that property was for sale, but it left the market unsold. Is that correct?
Hello, Sue. Sue Harding. Do I have a good number? I might. I was looking for a home on 248 West, 220 South. Did you ever live there by chance? Or am I just completely off? Okay. No, not a problem at all. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sorry for the inconvenience. Have a good one. Bye.
Well, I don't mean to laugh, but why is that such a horrible idea? Uh-huh. Oh. $1,000 home, but none of them can afford. Oof. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this: Have you ever kind of shared with them? Because a lot of
I
times
think I
I
have the
find
wrong
that people
number.
go,
I'm so
I
sorry.
want this house because it's beautiful and I love it and it gives
Yeah,
me all the
right,
things that I
right.
don't have currently. But a lot of times, what will stop people in their tracks from that kind of thinking is the actual numbers. Have they spoken to a lender or anybody like that to actually get numbers as to what it would cost to own a $400,000 house? How much are they putting down? No, that's not true. That 1,700 a month is there's no way. So if
Hello, Spencer. Sorry about that.
yeah. hmm Yeah. Well, so here's the numbers real quick because as we were talking, I pulled this up, and if you want me to, I can text this to you. It gives you a breakdown of what it would cost to buy a $400,000 house, and I'm just selecting averages because typically you can beat that kind of stuff back with saying, okay, look, let's look at the real numbers. So to answer your question, the principal and yeah. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so down payment 220. Let's recalculate that real quick. Hold tight. Okay, so the total payment, even on a $400,000 house, and let's assume an interest rate of 6.25. That's if they have good credit. If they have to have multiple co-signers on the loan, which it sounds like they may, then that's going to go up to 7% easy. But I'm calculating 6.25% with a tax rate of 3.4. So that's a $2,300 a month payment. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance every single month. And even if I lower the taxes, we're going to say I'm going to do a tax rate of 2.8. Yeah.
Hello, Corbin. Oh, I may. Do you know Corbin
Yeah, no,
Holder by
it's
chance?
even with a tax rate of 2.8%,
Hey, sorry
their
about
payment
that.
per
Have a
month is
wonderful day.
$21.58 per month.
Bye.
So you I'm going to assume you divide that 21.58 by 3, right? 21.58 divided by 3, $719 a piece. So your daughter pays $719, your husband pays $719, and grandma pays $719 per month to have that house. Yeah. And right now they're paying 0 per month. So yeah, well, you may want to share the real data with her. So the lender, what she's talking about, what the lender is, if they've spoken to a lender, the lender is saying, "Hey, your principal, your payment is $1,500 a month," and that may be true. That may be true if you're just talking about principal and interest. That's just your payment. But you and I, we live in Texas, and we have big property taxes. When you add property taxes, that's another $933 a month you have to pay. And when you pay insurance on that, that's another
Hello,
$145
Ben.
to $160 a month you have to pay.
Hey,
So
Ben.
you
This
can't
is
have the
Kent over at
principal and
Summit
interest on the
Realty. How are
mortgage
you
without
today?
having the insurance and the taxes as well. And
With
that's what's going to
Summit
drive their
Realty,
price up because now they own an
the
asset
reason
that's
why I
worth
was calling is
400,000. They have to pay taxes on an
we just
asset that's
listed
worth
Claudia
$400,000.
Laycock. Do you know her by chance?
So that's going to be a lot of money.
Perfect. So we just listed her home for sale. It's listed at 490,000, and she's doing a $14,000 buy down for interest rates. And I was calling to see if you may know of anybody looking to move into the area.
Right.
Don't write off the map. Well, oh, yeah.
Was this new construction?
Yeah, thank you.
No, was it resale?
We're
I'm looking for
trying to
Joseph.
get it sold, and hopefully we're trying to find you a good
Okay.
name.
How long have they been under contract?
So you're living out of state right now, then?
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Oh, fantastic. Where are you serving?
Yeah.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm with Summit Realty,
Best of luck to them.
and I'm sure you figured out. Your
I
home
really-
came up on our computer as an expired
I know
It just
listing.
sounds based on what you told me. I don't
Wanted
know
to
the-
see
I don't
if
know the
you-
finances, but just based on what you
We're
told me,
planning
that
to
sounds
interview the
like
right
a
agent to sell your home.
huge mistake.
Yep. So it's
a very costly one.
beautiful little area. You're not getting much better weather, though. I was thinking you'd go somewhere warm.
Yeah. The
My
next one.
Yeah, the Gene Tanner team. I don't know if you probably have seen our signs around.
Yeah. Oh, it already is.
Hey, well, that's true. Well, she's been around.
Yeah, the
a
market's
while.
already starting to the market's already starting to
If you've
regulate
lived in
down.
Orem
So,
for a while.
if
You may
you've
know
watched
her,
if
so.
you've watched the news on the real estate,
Well, that's
they're
very
coming down in
exciting.
prices. So that's definitely happening for sure.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I'll send you, if it's okay with you, I'd love to just send you out a text message
Yeah.
with the listing information. And if you hear of anybody, she needs to get the home sold. We'd love to, if you
Then all the better, right?
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, Elder Davis. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Well, I don't know if you know about Dave Ramsey, but he says all the time, you never realize how much money you make until you don't owe everybody, right? And that's absolutely true. So if you have no debt, then the money you make is all yours. Well, minus what you got to pay to the IRS. But other than that, the money is all yours. Yeah. So, well, listen, I didn't even catch your first name, ma'am. My name is Matt Parker. I'm with Red Oak Realty. Tammy. Okay. Well, Tammy, it's been a real pleasure speaking with you. Would it be okay? I know y'all are a ways out before y'all do anything, but would it be okay if I stayed in contact with you every 3 to 6 months? I'll just touch base with you, see if there's any way I can be of help or service to you and your family. And I'd love to be a real estate resource for you in the future if you ever need help with real estate. Yeah. Well, Tammy, let me have a good email for you, and I'll send you some information about our team so you'll know a little bit about us. Okay, that's easy enough. And that's Tammy, Tammy, Johnson, Johnsson. Okay, 43@gmail.com. Okay, perfect. And then this is your cell phone, Tammy, that I'm speaking to you on? Okay. Well, Tammy, here's what I'll do, if you don't mind. I'm going to text you as soon as we're done with this call. I'm going to text you my contact information so that you can save it in your phone. If you have any real estate related questions, you or your husband, please feel free to reach out to me and give me a call. We're
Hello?
a full service real estate team. We help people buy, sell, and invest in property.
Hello,
every day of the
Robert.
week. And I'd be honored to help you and your family.
Hey, Robert, Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you today?
My pleasure, Tammy. Good talking to you. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, I am. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, more of an information call. No, I wouldn't say it's solicitation. Okay. Hey, thank you. Detective Campbell. He's a police officer. His number's not on the DNC though.
Huh. You would think it would be if he's a detective.
You would think. That's all right. So
I am looking for Randy.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Said this expired, and it wasn't she's the owner, but her daughter lives in the property, and it's paid for. And she's like, "That's my property. They tried to sell it. They can't sell it. But I've got 2 properties that I want to sell. I just don't want to sell them right now. Probably in the next year, I'm going to sell them." And so she is a long-term nurture for me.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I had a really good conversation with her. So
that's a really good one. Do you ever just want to argue with people?
yes.
I think that was my, being in the SaaS space and knowing telecommunication law, just from different lawyers. Like that guy said, you can't solicit a cell phone. It's like, well, I can. And
You could.
you're wrong.
Are you saying that I can't or that I shouldn't? Because if you're saying I can't, you're automatically wrong because I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
he told me it was illegal to solicit cell phone. I just want to be like, you're not a very good detective, because no, it's not. You're not a lawyer. You're a police officer making $30,000 a year. So it makes sense. You would think that.
Can't solicit a cell phone. Huh. I've never heard of that.
But you don't. You don't argue ever. Because guess what? They're probably not going to want to hear what you have to say anyways. Just
That's right. Yes, when you say, "I'm sorry, sir, you're completely wrong. Let's get back to your property. I see that it expired from the market." If being wrong were people, you would be China. So let's talk a little bit more about your property, sir.
Hello, Holly. Hi, Holly. If being wrong were people, you'd be China. Your Southern one-liners, I love them.
Thank you, folks. Tip your wait staff.
Hi, Judy. This is Ken over at Summit Realty. I was calling because we have a home listed by you, Claudia Laycock's home over on 300 West, 220 South. was reaching out to see if you may know of anybody looking to move in the neighborhood. If you do, please give me a call back at 801-592-3135. Thanks, Judy. Talk soon. Okay, we have more. I want to wait until after the holidays, Matt.
Is that the objection? I want to wait till after the holidays.
Yep.
That one's a little bit more difficult because we're 6 days into the month of December. It's a hard slog to try to convince them to list right now before the holidays. But what I would say is I think the goal is to get into their house and meet them, whether they want to list now or later, build that rapport and have that relationship with them. So I would say, if I hear that, I would say, what would I say? Because I've said it before, and now for some reason my mind just went completely sideways.
I always say, so let's say it's November or October, because that's usually when you're going to get it. I'm with you right now. I don't think you try to convince them to sell right now. But I think you convince them to meet with you right now. So you can go a couple of different ways. If that's the goal, you could say, Matt, have you ever gone to the movies and seen previews for movies that are coming out 3, 4, 5 months from now?
Yep.
Why is that?
Because they want you to be primed and ready to go see the movie when it comes out.
Yeah, exactly. So wouldn't it make sense to have buyers primed and ready for your home once it comes out? We can start doing some advertising, mailings, phone calls, different things. That way, when your home hits the market, we have momentum instead of it just hitting the market and being a surprise to everybody. Right. So now would be a perfect time to me. Could you get together at 4 or 5?
That's good. I like that. Would you, do y'all do coming soon? Are y'all able to do coming soon in y'all's market?
No.
Okay.
Not on the MLS.
Yeah.
But if the listing is signed, we can send out mailers and things.
Okay. Yeah. See, where we're at, you cannot, any advertising, and this is a recent change with our MLS, any advertising on a property before it's listed on the MLS, if the client has agreed to have it listed on the MLS, you can be fined for in our MLS system, not by the state, of course, but in our MLS system. And so the rules here are you can list it coming soon 21 days before, but it has to be listed on the MLS.
Within that 21 days.
Huh?
Within that 21 days. Correct.
So if you're saying, let's say, it's coming soon because my client is having it repainted or there's some work being done, once you list it as coming soon, you have 21 days after that listing of coming soon to have it active on the market.
Okay.
So
I think,
so if someone said, hey, I want to wait till next year, here's what I would typically say. If you knew that waiting would cost you tens of thousands of dollars, would you have to wait? Well, how could it cost me tens of thousands of dollars? Well, that doesn't really matter if you don't have to sell it. But if you knew that by waiting till January or February or March of next year, it would cost you tens of thousands of dollars, would you have to wait? The answer almost always is no. Then, Kent, I think our next step would be for you and I to meet, so I can show you exactly how we're going to get your property on the market and get it sold. And then we'll talk about timelines. We'll talk about showings. We'll talk about all of those things that are a concern of yours during the holiday season. I like to meet with people in the afternoons or the evenings. What's a better time? What's the best time for you, would you say? That's what I would say.
I like that. I'll say something similar. I like yours better, though. I always say, if you knew that by selling now rather than waiting, if you knew that by selling now rather than waiting, if you knew that you'd lose money by waiting rather than selling now, would you take immediate action?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So it's just shorter, but I like yours.
I'm
Tens
looking
of
for Ryan.
thousands. Drives home the point.
Right. Well, if someone said, "Hey, you may lose $1,000," I'd be like, "Well, I'll wait." But if someone said you're going to lose tens of thousands of dollars, I'd be like, "I need you over to my house this afternoon at 5."
Yeah. I want to wait for the market to get better. So at that point, I always say, so are you comfortable living here for, say, another 5 to 7 years? Well, no. So if you're not comfortable, I mean, how long can you see yourself in this home? Maybe another year. And then go back to that same question. Well, if you knew that by selling now rather than waiting a year to see if the market comes up, if you knew that, would you take immediate action? Yeah.
I think that's good. I like that. Another question you could ask: is there any scenario that you can think of in which you're going to be in this house for the next 5 years?
Yeah. I like that.
If the answer is no, I'll be out in 5 years, then you and I need to meet. Then we definitely need to talk about a strategy to get your home sold. Because I'm going to wait for the market to improve. There is absolutely zero indication that it's going to improve over the next 2. And even if it does by the end of the 3rd, it'll take at least another year to climb out of the hole that it's in. And it's not even in a hole, really. That's a negative connotation I've put on the market. The market is actually normal. Sellers are looking back and going, I want that market again. And that market doesn't exist. That market's gone. That was a fluke. A fluke of a fluke, quite honestly. And here in Houston, we've never had a market like that ever. Not in the history of our ability to sell houses. That has never happened. Now, for you California guys, you may see that kind of stuff all the time, but here in Texas or this part of Texas in Houston, we've never seen a market like that. So when someone is saying, I want that market again, it's like, my goodness, it's never happened. So the likelihood that it'll ever happen again is like almost this much.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it really put it into perspective for me of why interest rates were so low. So government was lending money to the bank at 0% or close to it.
Yeah.
Close to 0%. And he said, you look at the economical impact that will have over the next 30 years, because the government will make zero money
on their money
that they're lending for another 30 years. And I was like, oh, again, we learn from our mistakes. So I think the government will learn from that mistake, because for the next 30 years, they're not going to see a dime from their money.
Yeah. They loaned out over the last few years, trillions of dollars, and they're getting zero for it. Zero.
Yep. Banks are getting 3% of it.
Right.
So that's why the Fed and the interest rates they're going to charge to the bank to give them money increases interest rates.
Right.
So
I mean, that makes perfect sense. And I will say, economically, it's not healthy for our country it's not healthy for the country to have 0% interest rate. It seems like it, right? Because prices drop and all that kind of stuff. But what will happen?
We're in real estate, it seems like it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But once the inflation, this little inflation bubble is leveled out, gas prices will return to normal. Things will return to normal. 5.5% to 7.5% interest rate. Those are normal average interest rates. 3%, 3.5% interest rates. Those have never been normal, ever. Those are crisis.
Nor will they ever be normal again.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Just don't. And I hope that it's not, really.
I do too.
As skills-based agents, I hope it's not. Mary must have stopped listening to us and her team, because they're not giving us any more. Or we have.
That's because we handled them like a boss. That's why.
Yeah. That was it. Next one, Emmanuel's going to handle. Just kidding, Manuel.
Well, you could always say, if someone says they give you an objection, you just answer, "That's none of your business," and just move on to the next one. I'm not going to answer that. Thank you
Miss
very much.
Roundy? I may. Do you live on 335 West in Orem by chance? Okay, definitely have the wrong number. Sorry about that, ma'am. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
I'm looking for Michael. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. My name is Emmanuel. I'm with Summit Realty, and I'm sure you figure it out. Your home came on our computer as an expired listing, and Michelle, we were just calling to see when you're planning to interview the right agent for the job to selling your home. Okay, you're gonna sell it yourself. I hear you. Now,
Would you
if
be
you
open
sold
to a
the home,
second opinion?
yeah, I hear you. Now, would you be open to a second opinion? Perfect. If you sold the home, where would you go next, Michelle? Oh, you already have one. Okay. And how soon are you planning to be there? Oh, it's empty and going back and forth. I hear you. Yes. Well, Michelle, what do you think stopped from selling your home? Okay. And what do you think how did you pick the last agent you listed with?
Like it. He's getting through all of them.
A friend of yours. Okay. Ouch, I hear you. Yeah, lack of enthusiasm to sell the home. Um, I mean, what do you feel that he should have done? No feedback. I hear you. I hear you. Did you have traffic on? Did you have people coming over? You never get no feedback.
Hey, Nicolette, I was calling about your property at 1407 Pine Forest Drive. I see
Okay, I hear you.
that was
Now the
for
feedback is
sale just recently, but it
quite
left the market as unsold. Is
important, so
that
you know what
correct?
exactly is going on. Now, have you chosen any other agents to work with?
Yeah, the
As
reason
you
I'm
mentioned yourself.
calling is because I specialize in helping people who've had their homes on the market for sale, but were unsuccessful because their agent didn't do their job. Do you think that was the case for you
I
guys?
hear you. Tell yourself.
Ah. Well,
I hear you.
oh, did
Well,
she?
Michelle, I would
Okay.
like to apply for the job of
Well,
selling your
hey,
home.
oh,
Are you
okay.
familiar with our
So I'm going to
techniques
tell
that we
you,
use
actually, your
to sell
agent went
homes?
above and beyond, right? So she listed it for sale and then went, heck, I'll just buy the thing. So she bought it. Oh, well, good for
Would
her.
be
Okay. All
a
right.
good time just so we could
Well,
show
okay.
you
Well, it
what
sounds
are
like you
our
guys did get it
techniques.
sold ultimately. So I'm happy for
What
you
would be a
there.
best time uh, my
Yes,
partner
man.
Kent will be
No problem. It's my
coming
pleasure to
over
do so. Are you
either
guys,
in the
or once y'all
evenings.
rent the property out for a
Will be a
while, are
good
y'all
time in the
planning on
evenings
buying
just for
another
a
home,
15
or
minute
y'all gonna rent for a while?
interview. See will be the best way
Yeah,
to go ahead and sell the property, put it on the market.
sure. I understand. Well,
We're here in Utah,
give
Salt
yourself
Lake.
hey, give yourself the holidays, enjoy the holidays, and think about it next year.
That's right.
All right. All right. Have a great one. Bye bye.
Okay. If you don't mind, I could go ahead and send you my contact info. Do you have a good email where I could send you my contact info so we could keep in touch? And whenever you're ready, just give us a call just for a second opinion, and we'll teach you ways that you could sell it on your own and get more profit off of it. All right. You too.
Made it all the way through the script.
All the way through.
Good job, my man.
They
Send
wanted
me
to
her
sell it.
information.
They wanted to
I'll
sell it
give
on their
her.
own. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they all do.
They had a friend
Did you make
working
it
with them,
through?
but didn't give him no feedback, and he said the friend just straight called him lazy. He was just too lazy to do anything.
Send me their information.
You made it all the way through the script?
Made it all the way through the script.
Yeah.
How about that?
Boom, shakalaka. Did you get an appointment or just get close?
I got closed.
Yeah.
If you ever get all the way through the script, that tells me one thing. They're motivated to sell.
Yep.
So get me their information and I will give them a call and push for the appointment, because you're going to kind of go in steps. At first, you're going to say, okay, I need to learn the script, which is what I want you to do most right now. Then you're going to get to a point of, okay, I know the script. I know what to say. Then you're going to know the objections and get really good with the objection handlers. Then we're going to move you to closing, and you're going to get good at closing and closing signals. Did I miss anything? It's usually the order it goes in, because I remember when I first prospected, I can do scripts, so I was doing it for so many years. But then they'd give me an objection, and I'd be like, remember that, Matt? Matt's not listening to us anymore. He's in the groove. But then I remember they would like hand me the clothes on a silver platter, and I didn't know how to take it home.
Okay.
So send me their
Should I
information,
put
man.
this position?
Put
We'll put it on this position. Which one would they be interested? Callback. Good number.
interested.
Interested.
Put interested. Do you have a way to take a screenshot and send it on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay.
Hi, Pam. My name is Matt. I'm
I
with
just
Red
saved
Oak
the
Realty Services,
call
and I'm
as well.
calling about your property, 6102 Seawall Boulevard. I see that you guys had it for sale, but it left the market as unsold. Is that correct? Okay. Is that not your property? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So I've got really wrong data here. Oh, I apologize. Yeah. Okay.
Emmanuel,
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And I will remove your number from my list.
Yes.
All righty. Bye-bye.
It's awkward, but you did it, man.
Say that again.
That's part of it. Good job getting through the whole script.
Thank you.
Great job, man. That's the way to go.
Way to go. Matt, I was saying you weren't listening. You were in La La Land, I think, or muted. Muted us. It's fine. But I was telling Emmanuel, first we need to teach you what to say, and then you're going to know what to say. Then they're going to give you objections, and we have to teach you how to handle those. And then they're going to give you, then we have to teach you how to close. Because I was telling him, I remember people would hand me, do you remember this when you first started prospecting? People would say, yes, I want to meet with you. And
Right.
you still couldn't take it home for whatever reason. It's almost like, crap, what do I do now? They're saying yes.
Well, you're especially, when you're going through expireds over and over and over and over, and they're telling you no and no and no and no, you get into that rhythm of no, no, no. And then someone says yes, and you go, really? Like, you really want to meet with us? That's great. And then you forget what the next steps are.
Are you sure?
That's right. Are you sure? I mean, are you for real? Like for real, for real? All right, guys. Well, it's about noon my time, so I got to hop off. But it was good seeing you guys and everybody out in Facebook land, and we'll see y'all. I'll be on the call tomorrow, man.
Hey, we're making this a consistent thing.
Absolutely. Hey, that's the key. Consistency over awesomeness that's the business model. If you're consistent, you will get business, and a lot of it. Emmanuel, Kent, good to see you guys. Y'all have a great day.
Good to see ya. See you, Matt.
Bye.